Everybody thinks that you have to have 1 million followers to make money. False. What you need is 100 deep people that believe in you. And they don't need to exist on social media. They can be your neighbors. Go around your neighborhood and tell them, I am going to help this neighborhood become healthier. Give me $5 a month and I will create activities for my neighborhood every morning. That's $1,000 a month for 1 hour of work every day. 90% of your revenue will come from 1% of your audience. The remaining 99% audience will give you very little money. On TikTok, let's say you have 100,000 followers, find the top 1% of this audience, then sell them products via email, via WhatsApp, memberships, courses, events, trips, experiences, whatever. That is how creators should function in 2024. Stop making free TikTok videos for fun. You will be homeless.
Bienvenidos a Dimes y Billetes, un podcast de finanzas para nosotros los otros. Yo soy Moris Dieck y juntos aprenderemos de dinero, inversiones y economía. Todo sencillito, con peras y manzanas. Prepárate, que este es el primer día de tu nueva vida financiera. 3, 2, 1. Comenzamos. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Dimes y Billetes episode. And this time we're talking in English because we have a very special guest. Nuseir, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? Sorry, no español, no habla español.
Oh, you know a little bit Spanish. Come on. No? Nothing.
Very little. Very little.
Very little. It's great to have you here on our show. People around like our content because we talk about different ways to make money and different ways, like to make a living out of passion.
Yes.
And there's a lot of ways to do that. And
Yes.
of course, one of the most popular ways to make money right now, and of course, one of everyone's talking about is content creation.
Yes.
You've been in industry more than 10 years?
No.
Oh.
7.5.
7.5.
It feels like 75 years.
Okay.
But it's 7.5 years.
7.5 years. And I'm sure you have a very complete view
Yes.
of how platforms,
Yes.
not only platforms, how platforms compose, but also audiences and algorithms.
Yes. Yes.
So we would love to know a little bit about your story.
Yes.
We know you're from the Middle East, and I love that because we were chatting earlier that I was in the Middle East this year. A little bit about your story,
Yes.
your track, and what are your key aspects for people to know and how to make money creating content.
Love it. I think about this stuff every single hour, 24 hours, 7 days a week.
That's great, man.
So I'm excited to share everything I learned with you and hopefully with people in Mexico, because right now, what's happening in social media is terrible.
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 Why is that?
Well, are you going to make any money from this video on YouTube?
Well, yeah.
Not how much?
Well, I mean,
From ads.
YouTube is one thing,
Yes.
but what I always tell people, and this is my take, it's like creating money out of content is just one income stream. You should be thinking of ecosystems,
Correct.
content ecosystems.
Correct.
One piece of content gives you funnels for clients,
Yes.
for different businesses
Yes.
that you could have merch, services. That's a whole. If you're trying to make a living out of content, it's going to be hard.
Yes. And I think that's what most people need to understand. Making a video and putting it on social media is not enough.
Yeah.
There's a lot more you need to do.
Okay. And for example, people starting right now.
Yes.
No, let's go earlier than that. I would love to know your take on the evolution of social media in your 7 years
Yes.
as a content creator, man.
So here's my story in a nutshell.
Yeah.
I started 7 years ago. 7 years ago, there was no TikTok. There was no Instagram videos, no IGTV. There was Facebook pictures and YouTube videos. That's it.
It was, if I'm not wrong, it was the age, 7 years ago, it was the age of YouTubers and a little bit of Facebookers.
A little bit. But it was
Little
like
bit.
picture Facebookers,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Humans of New York. Back then, everybody was making videos that is 12 minutes long,
12 minutes.
right? Vlogs, 10 to 20 minutes. that did really well. And you were Logan Paul and you were making a lot of money. But back then, we started Nas Daily. And the idea was, let's make 1 minute videos.
1 minute.
1 minute, that's it. Uno minuto. And put it on Facebook, not even YouTube.
Yeah.
And make it as a video, not a picture. And then what happened in the last 7 years, the world went from just YouTube, 10-minute long videos. Now we have Instagram, Reels, TikTok, Facebook videos, YouTube Shorts, and they're all 1 minute.
30 seconds, 1 minute.
Yes. So this year is the year of the 1 minute videos.
1 minute videos. It feels
Short.
strange, short. Does that relate with people's attention, evolution of attention span?
So if you're a nobody, and everybody watching this right now is starting,
Yeah.
so you are a nobody. And when I started, I was a nobody. When you're a nobody, what you really want is a lot of attention. Then you can get loyalty. But first you want a lot of attention. You can only get attention from 1 minute videos. Simple.
What's the best platform to create fast audience right now?
Today is October 2023. Therefore, my answer is TikTok. And the worst platform is Instagram.
The worst.
The worst platform for discoverability is Instagram.
Discoverability.
Be careful of Instagram. It is nice, lots of pretty ladies and lots of pretty guys on Instagram, but it does not give you the attention that you need. That is on TikTok.
Instagram subscriber and a TikTok subscriber, does it worth the same?
Both are terrible because both give you no money. So that's
No
the thing.
money.
So if I look at the last month, we made 600 million views on social media across all platforms. We made $30,000 in revenue. $15,000 from Facebook, $15,000 from YouTube, 0 from TikTok, 0 from Instagram.
That's terrible.
That's terrible, right?
Yeah.
That's why you need to find different ways to make money. Social media is just good to get attention.
You said October 2023.
Yes.
I want to pick your mind on how do you look perspective social media content creation 2024?
2024.
I know
That's a difficult question.
It's difficult. Do you have maybe how algorithms should move? This is what I think. And I'm going to start a timeline right now. You started 7 years ago. 10 years ago was the first age of YouTubers. And also speaking about
Yes.
Mexican history.
Yes.
Mexican YouTubers
Yes.
and Latin America YouTubers. 10 years ago was the first YouTubers. Then come the Viners.
Yes.
Then somewhere around 7 and 6 years ago started the Facebookers. That's where I'm from.
That's me too.
That's us. Then, like 4 years ago,
Yep.
the podcasters
correct.
started. And then 3 years ago,
The TikTokers.
the TikTokers
Yeah.
on COVID.
Yep.
Bro, that's a change almost. That's an audience change and an
Yes.
outlook change almost like 2 or 3 years.
Yes. Do you know what's going to be in 2024?
That's what I want to know.
It's WhatsApp.
WhatsApp?
WhatsApp. It is
Really?
WhatsApp. This will shock you. It will be the WhatsApp, the Discord, the email list, the communities, the telegrams. That's the next social media.
That's interesting because the email list is actually a tool that was useful
For 20 years.
Yeah, for 20 years. Is it coming? Do you think it's coming back?
So I feel very strongly about this. I'm betting $10 million. I'm literally spending $10 million with this idea. And I think it's going to work.
Okay, let's see.
The idea is that in the future, in the next 5 years, here's what's going to happen. All social media is just going to be TV. It's going to become television. You put a video there, you get a lot of attention, but you have no community. You don't make a lot of money. You just entertain people on social media.
That's kind of what TikTok's
That's
doing
what
right
TikTok
now.
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Every other social media will become like that.
Okay.
And a lot of it will become AI generated. So there's just a place to be entertained.
Yeah.
Social media will become media. Then everybody that wants community, everybody that wants to like really like meet other people and go events and feel like they belong will leave social media to go to WhatsApp groups. They'll go to email lists. They'll go to Telegram groups. They'll go to Discord groups. So this is what I do. So now I put a video on the internet and I get 1 million, 10 million views on that video. Then I tell people, come join my community off of social media, and it's on WhatsApp.
On WhatsApp.
And so we built this tool called Nas.io. And so this $10 million I'm spending on this tool, we're building it. It's basically your community management software. It helps you manage your email lists and your WhatsApp groups, and it helps you make money from the WhatsApp groups and the email lists. So now let's say we have 60 million followers on social media, but I have 500,000 community members on Nas.io. Those 500,000 people give me more money than the 60 million people.
And how do you make this integration? Like, how do you make this step from social media to the tool?
So call to action, right?
Yeah.
Hello, I'm starting a fitness community. You like this video on TikTok? Join my fitness community. Here's a link, nas.io/fitness. People go to the link. They give you their details, their email and their phone number. Then Nas.io sends them to WhatsApp. Now they're in WhatsApp. Now they're chatting. So then in Nas.io, you can charge them. You can say, pay me $5 a month to train you, or buy my course, or join my Zoom event, or whatever. So you can monetize them and for the next 5 years. Because on social media, when you reach somebody with your video, you can never reach them again because the algorithm decides who you reach and who you don't.
You don't really have control over your audience.
None, zero, no community.
And what I've been understanding this few years, like you're saying in the future, social media, it's coming back. The dynamic is coming back as traditional media.
Yes.
You're losing control over your audience every year.
Exactly.
And the tool, let's talk a little bit more about the tool. So this tool, it's gives you different tools inside, but specifically on WhatsApp and email list.
Exactly.
And all that interaction.
Imagine, so I have this WhatsApp group where I make $4,000 a month, $5,000 a month from a WhatsApp group. How? So basically, anybody that pays me $5 on Nas.io is sent to this WhatsApp group. When they stop paying, Nas.io kicks them out of the WhatsApp group.
That's a very good, because if you try to do that manually,
impossible.
It's crazy.
Impossible.
I know people that
That's why we built Nas.io for them. No one should do that. Managing a community is very hard. And imagine if you had, from Nas.io, I can send them an email and I can send them a WhatsApp from the same place.
You know who does that a lot? Doctors.
Yes.
Doctors are starting to create communities.
Yes.
Chefs are starting to create communities through WhatsApp.
Yes.
But they control it manually.
Well, that's why they need to know about Nas.io. Because I have the same problem. So when I'm a creator, I found myself manually checking Google Forms, email lists, WhatsApp groups, Zoom events. It's like, what the hell? Let's build an all-in-one tool, all-in-one community management. So what people need to understand is 90% of your revenue will come from 1% of your audience.
Yeah.
The remaining 99% audience will give you very little money. So you need to, on TikTok, let's say you have 100,000 followers, find the top 1% of this audience and put them in a Nas.io community. Then sell them products via email, via WhatsApp, memberships, courses, events, trips, experiences, whatever. That is how creators should function in 2024. Stop making free TikTok videos for fun. You will be homeless.
And what would you recommend for people like, okay, I understand this dynamic, but I don't have a product right now. I don't have a service. I'm having a hard time like creating something different that is not on the market. Let's be honest. Today, there's a ton of creators. There's a ton of products. Everything has been done. Is it?
Nothing has been done. We are 1% of the way there, my friend. This industry is less than 10 years old.
Yeah.
The real estate industry is thousands of years old, and people still make money from real estate, flipping apartments. We are 10 years old. In the next 10 years, everything you and I do will quadruple, 4 times bigger. So you need to have that abundance mindset that the future is better than the present and the past. The second thing is, I don't have a product. That's fine, but you need to have a community. If you don't have a community, then there's no way you can make money. So first of all, build a community, make it free, don't sell them anything, engage them, put them in a Discord, put them in a WhatsApp, put them in Nas.io, and then when you're ready, send them an email.
And also, people should listen all the time. Like, if you already have this community in any tool, and then they will ask you for things. That's what happened to me. When I started creating content, people started, hey, Maurice, where's the book? Hey, Maurice, can I have a course on this or that topic?
They'll ask you for products.
Hey, do you have a community or something?
Yes.
But you should be there. You should be listening.
You should be listening.
Because
YouTube comment section is not enough.
Yeah, of course. No. Actually, I think for straightforward chat with your people, I think Instagram's great. Instagram direct message is great. Even TikTok's great.
Yeah, but you only chat with 5 people, 10 people. You cannot chat with 10,000 people on Instagram.
Of course. Let's talk about unit economics.
Yes.
Like, people are listening to your figures and said, oh, it's going to be hard to get to so much subscribers or loyal people. Like very good subscribers.
Yes.
How many people should you reach to that? Let's talk about the funnel, right? Like, how many people do you have to reach to get this 1%? And how many people is this 1% for people, let's be honest, to make a living out of this?
So everybody thinks that you have to have 1 million followers to make money. False. I have seen it. I see people use Nas.io. They have 200 followers.
200 followers.
And they
Where?
make 200 in India. They have 200 followers. And they make $2,000 a month or $1,000 a month. That's enough to live by. So you do not need 1 million followers. What you need is 100 deep people that believe in you. And they don't need to exist on social media. They can be your neighbors. Go around your neighborhood and tell them, I am going to help this neighborhood become healthier. Give me $5 a month and I will create activities for my neighborhood every morning. That's $1,000 a month for 1 hour of work every day. No TikTok.
Yeah, what we're seeing here, it's not about social media. It's about creating communities.
Yes.
Wherever you can reach people. I've seen people for example, on traditional, on TV, for example.
Yes.
And they don't know how to create community, even though they reach even more people than many people
because
in
it's
social
media, not social.
Exactly.
Yes.
People have to, or people in radio, for example. Whatever is your media, try to create a community with it.
Yes.
With a what I say also, it's you have to define what's your value proposition.
Yes.
I think the business and the community is the second step, of course. But when a lot of people, it's asking me like, I want to create content of what? I don't know, but I want to create content. What's your value proposition? What does people need?
Yes.
No? What do you think about this?
So that is a very difficult question. What should I make videos about? And why do I deserve your attention?
Yeah.
And when I started thinking about this 8 years ago, I said, you know what? I don't matter. I don't matter. I'm just going to travel the world and I'm going to show you the world. So the content I make is travel content about Kenya. That's why you should follow me, because I will show you Kenya. So sometimes you don't have to be interesting yourself. You can say, I am going to become the best wine taster in Mexico, and I'm going to teach you about wine. Forget my personal life. So think about something you care deeply about and just make videos about that. What if you care a lot about astronomy, science, physics? What if you care a lot about dogs? There is a dog walker in Israel that's making thousands of dollars just making a community for dog lovers.
Yeah. That's also, a lot of people said, no, I don't want to create content because I don't want to show my life.
You don't have to. Exactly. You don't have to.
You don't have to. You choose what you share.
Yes.
And it could be very professional or educative, or even like travels or trips. But you have to have like very clear what's the message and why those people, I love what you said, why those people deserve your attention. Everyone's asking for people's attention.
Yeah, and who are you to take my time?
Exactly. And then there's also people saying, we don't even need more content creators. We already have too much.
No, we don't have enough. We are 1%.
And also, I love telling people that it doesn't have to be your full-time job on day one.
Yes.
It's a great way to create a second income stream out of your free time.
Yes, totally.
How do you, did you start it off full-time?
So I quit my job April 8th, 2016, and I started Nas Daily April 9th. So I did go all in, right? But I did make videos the previous year.
Yeah, the previous years.
For fun. So what I'm saying is start content creation for fun. Make a video every month. Make a video every week about something you care deeply about. Make it educational. Don't talk about your time at the beach. Nobody cares about you going to the beach, and nobody cares about your trip to Jordan. I care because we're friends now. But content, nobody cares about it.
Yeah.
So you need to have education in your videos. Learn something, then teach others. That always works.
That's great. And let's talk about a content creation. No. Let's first go to community.
Yes.
What are the main mistakes people make? Because I think when you already have the community, if you make a mistake, my friend, it's already people that is trusting you. Even, I don't know, maybe they're already paying.
Yeah.
What are the top mistakes you see when managing a community?
So actually, the biggest mistake when manage communities is that they do it for free.
Okay.
That's the biggest mistake. So I used to manage a community on Facebook group of 800,000 people. A Facebook group with 800,000 people. And I was spending $10,000 a month on moderators and administrators to manage this community. And I was charging nothing. That was my biggest mistake. Because after 6 months, I'm like, wait a minute. Why am I spending $60,000 on this for nothing? Cut, kill the community. Gone. So that's why if you want to build something sustainable, you must find a way to make a living from it. So you should normalize asking your community for money, asking them to support you because you are doing important work. That is mistake number one. Don't do it for free because if you do it for free forever, you will not last more than 2 years.
Yeah, and it's also important to have the right tools.
Tools.
Because people will say, okay, I have to charge, but I don't know how to do it.
And Facebook groups does not allow you to charge.
Yeah.
Facebook groups was built and WhatsApp was built expecting you to do free work. Come on. That's why we built Nas.io. It sits on top of WhatsApp and on top of Facebook groups to help you make money from that community and make it sustainable. It's so annoying when somebody living in San Francisco, making so much money, build technology products, technology platforms, and expect you to do free work on their platform. It's like the only people getting rich are Facebook, TikTok, YouTube employees.
Yeah.
That's the only people getting rich. And all content creators are like, well,
here we are.
More content.
Creating. And okay, so charging, it's not charging is the first mistake you see. And what's the golden rule for a successful community?
The golden rule for a successful community is to have a mission statement. have something bigger than you, right? So if I say, I want to start a community to have fun with my friends, that's dead. If I say, I want to start a community for the top 1% of entrepreneurs in the world to become better, there's a bigger mission here. So you attract people so community is basically as strong as the members inside of it. So if your community is full of impressive individuals, then everybody wants to join it. Everybody wants to be around it. What is the strongest community in the world?
That's a good question.
Harvard University.
Harvard.
Why? Stanford University. University of Pennsylvania. Why? Because they found the smartest students and researchers and put them on campus.
Together.
That's it. So there is a reason why you want to be associated with Harvard forever, because you're around very smart people. So and Harvard has been around for 300 years. You know? So a community must have a mission bigger than the founder, and it must have impressive or the people in the community must feel like they're benefiting from being around those people.
Yeah. Not only from the managers or
Yes.
the authority in the community, but also from everyone else, right?
Exactly.
And also, this is a common mistake I see in communities. It's they depend on a sole person. Like they don't
The
create
community manager, yeah.
the community manager or, well, I want to be in the community because I want to talk to you.
Yes.
No.
Exactly. The third biggest mistake that community managers do is make it about themselves. Come and chat with me in my community. The problem with that is that that's not good enough, because you cannot give your time to more than 5 people. The community cannot just be about you and talking to you. Otherwise, you'll be very stretched.
To grow, it's going to be very, very
So it's called many to one interaction. It's called many to one interaction. What you really want, the best community has a many to many.
Many to many.
Many to many interactions. And you're out of the frame. Many to many. That's the best community.
Is there a rule of thumb on pricing? Because also people gets a lot of trouble. Like, should I, if it's a subscription, should I be $9, $10?
Yes.
Is there a rule of thumb?
So when it comes to making money from a community, there is 2 things you can do. One, go very cheap, $3 a month. $5.
$3?
Nothing. It's nothing. Negligible. $3 a month. Be part of this community. And you can get 1,000 people. Okay? And so you will make $3,000 a month. That's a good community. It's a lot of work. Another approach is go $300 a month for this community, and you'll get 10 people.
The high ticket community.
High ticket, smaller number. Those 10 people will give you $3,000 a month. You're making the same money, but in one community you have 1,000 people. In the other community you have 10 people, same amount of money. Which one do you think is more work?
The one with many people.
The one with 1,000 people.
Yeah.
So actually you can decide which way you want to go. I actually think this way is kind of interesting, because the people that give you $300 are very serious.
Yeah.
The people that give you $3 are not serious. And so you want to attract serious people to your community. That's just my advice.
Yeah. Have you seen like best practices or success stories for like, I don't know, maybe some industries or certain kind of services that works better for a cheap, let's say the cheap community and the expensive community?
Yeah. I found, email newsletters, right? If the community is basically just sending me an email every week about education, then you should charge $3, $5. So those work really well. So this guy uses Nas.io, and he monetizes, he makes money from a WhatsApp group. It's called Money Secrets. Every week, he sends one file on WhatsApp of the stock tip.
That's a stock tip.
Stock tip in India. Once a week. And he sends that file, and that's it. You don't talk to him. You don't do anything. You get this file, and you make a decision to buy it or not, right? And in exchange, I pay him $5 a month to be part of this community. And when I stop paying, Nas.io kicks me out of WhatsApp. And when I pay, Nas.io puts me in WhatsApp. So that's why he uses Nas.io to make money from this WhatsApp group. But for this one, you should not charge $300 a month.
Yeah, it's
because I don't get the chance to talk to you. There's no events, nothing. But if you're making $300 a month community, then I expect to chat with you. I expect more conversations, more stuff.
and also I think
Richard,
it's
come over there. Yes, go ahead.
I think it's also important, like to create a benchmark, to make a benchmark on similar services. I mean, I think there should be comparable services or products. Like you can, like,
Yes.
I mean, if you get that stock tipping for $300 and everyone and someone else is offering for $5, it's not going to work.
Exactly.
So, talking about next year, because we're getting into next year, and of course, this changes a lot, even from month to month.
Yeah.
So, once we have created a very good community, the job is, of course, managing that community, but making the flow, the income flow, the subscription flow flowing, basically. So, for next year, what are like the best things people can do to make the subscriptions going?
So how to find new customers?
Yeah, of course.
So really, that's the biggest question.
That's the biggest question.
How do I find new community members to join my community? Well, that's hard. There's two ways you can do this: the free way and the paid way.
The paid way.
The free way is simple. Make videos on social media. Make TikToks on social media for free. And in every single TikTok, put a call to action. Say, join my community, join my community, join my community. It's free or it's paid or whatever, okay? So that's the free way. The other free way is basically saying, I'm going to run a workshop, a webinar. Join my webinar. Join my free class. Come, I will teach you for free for 1 hour to understand my community better. You can get a lot of people interested for free. The paid way is screw social media. I don't want to make content. I just want to make ads. So you run ads on TikTok and on Facebook and on YouTube and Instagram. And you give Facebook $100 and tell them, I want you to give me 100 leads for my community. So it's paid performance marketing, right? Both work really well. And we see this guy on Nas.io has 100,000 members in his community because he does marketing, performance marketing. While this other guy on Nas.io has 300 people in his community because he does social media, but both make the same amount of money. You know?
Nuseir, you've been talking about creating content, but you've only mentioned TikTok. Like, I mean, you mentioned ads on different platforms.
Yes.
But when you talk about creating content, you only talk about TikTok. Should we focus only on TikTok?
So, when I started Nas Daily, I wanted to focus on just one platform because I was so tired and I had nobody to help me. Now I have 100 people that can help me in the company. But when you're starting, focus on one platform. And for me, it was Facebook. Because on Facebook, you can go viral. You can get discovered. That was 7 years ago. The question is today, in 2024, where can I get discovered? It's not Instagram. It's not YouTube long videos. And it's not Facebook, unfortunately. It's either YouTube Shorts or TikTok. This is the only two places where you can reach 100 million people in one day. That's why you should focus on either YouTube Shorts or TikTok.
This is very interesting. So let me wrap up this. So if someone it's starting, right? It's starting. Yes. He or she wants to create a second income stream and maybe a life out of this. And it's starting. You should do the following steps. Number one, get discovered on TikTok short content.
Correct.
Second, use all this discovery to reach this 1% that wants your value proposition.
Correct.
And then take these people up to a community.
Correct.
And then this community can live on Nas.io, on WhatsApp, on email list.
Yeah. Well, Nas.io helps you put them on WhatsApp.
Yeah,
Yes,
of course.
same thing.
But you use these tools
Yes.
to monetize.
Yes.
Straight question. Is this the best return on investment of your time?
Yes. That is how, in the last 2 years, I was able to make roughly $5 million from this process.
Repeating this process over and over again.
Over and over again, repeating the same process. Take the high earners, take the potential customers off of social media as soon as possible and monetize them inside that community. Sell them products, engage them, create a membership. That is how I now make money. Now, yes, you can make money from brand deals. You can make money from ads on Facebook, whatever. But if you want to control your destiny, that is how I control my destiny today.
That's important because people doesn't understand that they're working for the platforms.
Yes.
Or
the brand.
Or the brand.
Yes.
And if Mark Zuckerberg today says, okay, let's just switch the algorithm. And today we're going to promote longer videos.
Yes.
And you don't do longer videos, you're screwed.
This happened to me. I was making 1-minute videos. And in 2019, Facebook said, we don't like 1-minute videos.
Yeah.
Remember that?
I remember that.
They said, from now on, we want 3-minute videos. I'm like, what? That's my whole brand. So I started making 3-minute videos and I was very depressed. Then YouTube Shorts came, then TikTok, and they said, we love 1 minute. And now all our views come from TikTok and YouTube Shorts. Another thing you have to understand is not just the platform that owns you, it's the brand. A brand only likes you when you are brand safe.
Okay.
A brand only likes to work with you and give you money when you're not in trouble.
And of course, you have the discovery, like people watches you.
Yes, and you have the discovery. But even if you have the discovery, but you get in trouble, the brand runs away. This happened to me 3 years ago.
Really?
I got in trouble. The brands ran away. And I'm like, brands, screw you. Really, screw you. I'm not going to build a company based on a brand liking you or not. A brand can come and work with me whenever they want, but you must control your destiny. And that's why community stays with you when you're in trouble, when you're not in trouble, when you're high and when you're low. Community members don't care like a brand does. So that's another thing. Don't rely too much on brands because the minute they're tired of you, they're out.
Where can people can educate themselves on how the algorithm and how discovery works? Because, attention, we're recording this on October 2023.
Yes.
And if you're watching this video on July 2024, maybe things have changed.
Yes.
Where can people get to know this information? I mean, we cannot record an episode every month. Yeah. So where can people get this information?
That's a great question. Actually, you can't. The bad answer is you cannot know when the algorithm changes. That's why, and this is funny, you need to be part of a community. A community of creators.
Yeah, of course.
Find a community of content creators on Discord, on WhatsApp, on Nas.io, wherever, and then join. And then when you see your numbers go down, ask them, is anybody else's number going down? Then there's a problem. Then there's an algorithm change. So it's really talking to other creators from around the world. If they all have the same problem, then the algorithm changed. If they all don't have the problem, then the algorithm did not change.
That's very important. You have to be actively learning and being part of a community of people that wants to talk about this.
Yes.
And where can people get more information about Nas.io?
Well, this is the easiest domain name in the world. Nas.io.
Yeah.
It's so Nas means people in Arabic. So people.io. Nas.io. Very simple. You can also send me a message. I'll give you my my email, my personal email, Yassin@nas.io. YASSIN@nas.io. If anybody's, can email me and then we'll talk.
Great. And for last, I want to learn, how do you create content today?
Yes.
I understand 7 years ago, you were alone. You were clipping, editing recording.
Yeah.
How do you record and create content today?
So today, I'm the luckiest guy in the world because I was able to double myself and triple myself by hiring people to join me on this mission. So we have a great team of roughly 80, 90 people or so. And then we have roughly 20 video editors or so. Them are right here, right? And they help me make those videos. So now I think of the idea. No, I have somebody who thinks of the ideas. Then I approve it. Then I have somebody else who writes the idea.
Right.
Then I have somebody else who produces it. Then I have somebody else who shoots it, somebody who edits it, and somebody who uploads it. So what used to be the work of one person, now 7 people are helping me do it. And that's why I was able to make, in the past, 1 video per day max. That's 1 minute long. Now we can make 30, 20 videos per day in 13 different languages on 6 social media platforms and get billions of views. So my advice to creators is do it yourself for 6 months. Once you know that it's working, hire. Don't hire too late and don't be too obsessive. Hire a video editor, then hire a producer, then hire a personal assistant. Once you have these 3 people, then you can focus on building a giant business.
A giant business. And of course, people please do not get scared. This is, of course, a work of many years.
7.5 years.
And today, the reality is you can make a great discovery with your own phone and recording your own. I love the idea of creating your own content for 6 months. Understand the process. Not only the recording process, but how do you create an idea like, okay, I think this is interesting. And how do you put that idea into a video?
Very correct.
I think one of the future degrees or people are going to study in universities, I don't know, is like this analytical process of understanding what those people want to learn and how do you put it in a
content. There's going to be a content degree in the future.
Content degree. But I have another question there. What do you think of artificial intelligence getting into the content creation process?
Scary.
You
should be scared. In the next 5 years, AI will make a better video than you and me combined. What does that mean?
With our face, even with our face,
right? So it's scary and exciting. It's exciting because now anybody can create a fake creator with AI and make content and grow. The reason you and I are successful is because you're pretty. You're pretty looking and you have a great charisma. That's why you have a lot of followers. What happens to somebody that doesn't have the same charisma as you and is not as pretty as you? They cannot be a content creator, unfortunately. But with AI, they can create a pretty version, a charismatic version, a very loud personality, and they can get more followers than you. So in the future, people are going to be following AI creators. What does that mean for us? What is the one thing AI cannot replace? Community. Human feeling. So nothing will replace me touching you. Nothing can replace that, okay?
Well, physical interactions.
Interactions. So that's why you will see in the future AI creators, but the humans that will win are going to be the humans that involve their community.
But do you think people will prefer, I mean, they're already AI generated or like this robot
style. People prefer that.
I think people will still prefer
real
life
I highly
creators.
disagree.
You highly disagree.
I highly disagree. An AI version of you is so much better.
No. Of course, I know. But at the end, people follow your content. But also, I mean, of course, there are different type of creators. They're just like technical creators that talks about a topic. But I still think people follow certain people because what they're saying, it's interesting, but also how they combine that with your life. So that's interesting too.
Educational creators, it actually doesn't matter.
Yeah, of course. That's
so AI is better.
Yeah, I understand that. Actually, people, he and me, we're not even here. These are actually I generate that. Of course not. And also, the way you grow this business, the content business. We were actually with my team. We were creating it. We had to record this an ad on to make it on the podcast, and I didn't have the time, so they used AI to
Wow.
and you couldn't even discover that it wasn't even me.
It's amazing. That's the future.
That's crazy.
That's amazing. So everybody should be a little bit worried. A little bit worried that an AI version of me is going to be more interesting to watch. And for the viewer, it doesn't matter if it's a human or an AI.
If the content is good, that's great.
That's it. Like I chat with ChatGPT as my friend. I call it AI friend in my notebook. That's it. I chat with it, and it's a better chat than all my teachers combined. That's it. That's all I need.
That's great. Do you have any other message? I mean, it's been a great talk.
Wow, this was very educational.
Yeah, for people that's starting, people that it's maybe stuck on how to create revenue streams on their creating.
My final recommendation is when I started making videos, I said I must commit to make videos every single day.
Every day.
For 1,000 days. Because you want to learn.
Yeah.
So my advice to anybody who's starting community building or content creation, commit to a frequency. Once a day or once a week.
Discipline.
Or 3 times a day. Yeah. Discipline. If you are disciplined with your food, with your workout, with your content, with your relationship, with your boyfriend and your girlfriend, you will succeed in life. If you have no discipline, it's game over.
In these 7 years, what do you think it's the key of your success?
The only key for my success is that I can do the same thing 1,000 times when other people give up after 10. I can eat the same thing 1,000 days. I can wear the same t-shirt for 1,000 days, and I can make the same video 1,000 days, and I can build the same technology product for 1,000 days. So that discipline to repeat the same process for years is the reason why Nas Daily succeeded.
I want to pick this last comment on the thing you said earlier, that social media platforms are going to turn into traditional media, like no communities, basically no followers.
TV
just
will become TV.
People watching videos over and over and over and over again.
Yes.
Can you explain this a little bit more?
So look, TV is going to die. Do you agree?
Traditional
television,
dynamic of TV, yeah.
So where is that going to go?
Like, except for sports or news, like...
So sports is going to YouTube. That's what... Last month, YouTube bought the rights for sports, the NFL.
The NFL.
The NFL.
I think they had something with the NBA already.
With NBA as well. Something like that.
NFL also.
I think NFL as well. So basically now, sports are going to social media platforms.
Social media.
So there's no point of TV. So TV is dead. And then YouTube was social media. It became media, right? So now all social media becomes TV. And then messaging platforms become social media. Which is the WhatsApps and the Discord. So that's really what we're saying. And that happens every 7 years. So I think in the next 7 years, for sure, TV is going to die. And then you get social media. And then I think WhatsApp just introduced channels.
Yeah.
Last month. What is channels? It's a page where you create content.
Yeah.
It's social media.
Yeah. And what do you think about podcasting? You haven't mentioned.
I did not.
You did not mention podcasting.
I did not mention it once. Podcasting is the one thing I do not understand. So I cannot give my opinion on it.
It's interesting because what's different between podcasting and traditional radio? I mean, or the interview format has existed for years.
Yes.
But somehow people love listening to podcasts when they work out, when they're in the traffic.
Yes. I think podcasting is basically conversations.
Yeah.
Now, do I want to be in the room when the president of the United States and the prime minister of Japan are talking to each other privately? Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I want to listen to that conversation. It's so valuable. So conversations have a lot of value. This is valuable.
I mean, people's going to listen to us for an hour. How? In what other platforms do you have the people's attention for an hour?
Yes. So that's very valuable. The problem is finding somebody. The problem is discoverability. it is impossible to be
it's-
discovered.
It's hard.
So that's why every podcast should have 21-minute videos that are marketing for this conversation. So we should market this conversation with 21-minute videos on TikTok.
21-minute
videos. So 20 different videos, each 1 minute long.
Yeah. I mean,
And so that's why we're shooting this video.
Yeah.
So that we can get a 1 minute video to advertise this conversation.
the podcast.
Yes.
Yeah. Dude, it's been a great to have you on the
Wow.
on the
We're
podcast.
the same person, bro.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
And thank you for all this information. I think it's going to help a lot of people trying to get out and making their business, making a living through social content. I love the part that people should get control
Of
over
their destiny.
of their destiny and of people that want to listen to them.
Yes.
You don't have the control.
Yes.
You don't have of people wanting to listen to you, the control.
Yes.
The platforms have this power.
Yes. You must get that power.
You must get that power. Dude, it has been great. It's
Thank you,
been
my
a
friend.
pleasure. Thank you for being here in Dimes y Billetes. Y esto fue otro episodio. This has been another episode of Dimes y Billetes. Hasta la próxima.